going, everybody? Welcome, Level M Diecast. We have Matchbox right here. This is Candy Series 2. That is the B case. This is the second mix of Candy for 2024. This is all new. No repeats, no reissues, no nothing in this mix. HVV75 is the assortment code. Nothing fancy around here. I did pick it up from J-Car Diecast. So should you want this case, you can always scoop it up from him. The price on these special ones are going up a little bit. The previous case was only $10, but the new one is $15 case. But you do get 10 cars. It's not too bad. So I'll crack this open. Ugh, why do they always have to have these cardboard inserts in there? Terrible. All right, starting from the top. Very first one in the mix. This is for Caramel Apple Pops. This is your Volkswagen Caddy Delivery. Again, brand spanking new. No reissues, no nothing like that. So pretty happy that these are going to be all new, although, you know, your decals are going to be pretty bland. This one happens to be number 1 of 6. So let's go ahead and just get right into the first one. We'll pop him out of there. This one is interesting. I do like the small 6-spoke wheels on there. Looks pretty good. You see the tampo on the side is not very good. You see how blotchy it is around the side trim, which is unfortunate. Caramel Apple Pops right there on the side. Does have kind of a caramel color interior, which makes sense. Green base on this one. No prints or anything like that. No prints on the front or back, unfortunately. Also has a green window, which is really, really weird. But it goes with the motif. It definitely matches. As well as that, you know, caramel colored interior. There is your base deets, nothing fancy there. 2007 Mattel, so the casting has not been modified or nothing like that, so that's good. So we'll keep it and rolling with that. That is number 1. So we're going to have 2 of those in this particular mix. So you get a second Volkswagen Caddy, which is probably a good thing. I mean, Volkswagens are pretty popular. All right, next one up here in the mix. This one is number 5 of 6. We're just going to go through as we pull. 2016 Chevy Camaro Convertible. This is for Crybaby Extra Sour Candy. There is the deets right there. Again, number 5 of 6. In case you guys want the card deets or anything like that, the UPC and stuff, there you go. Just showing that it does have the model number on the back as well. So 5 of 6. So crack the Camaro out. There you go. Crybaby on... Oops, sorry about that. Dropping them. Crybaby on the side. The blue is fantastic. It's a really, really nice blue. That yellow interior is very, very weird. And one thing I'm glad they didn't do is if you look on the card art at a pink window, it does not end up having a pink window. So hopefully they axed that one. I don't think it really needed it. Although technically it would have matched. It would have matched to have a pink window. But I'm glad they opted out of that. Again, no prints on the front or back of these. These are still aimed at basically the same price as a basic mainline model. So you're not going to get extra tampo prints. These are not considered a premium version like Hot Wheels silver labels are, which is unfortunate. This comes with the chrome 5 spokes. There is your deets there. 2016 Mattel for numero 5. And then, of course, you see little bits of cardboard. It's because these cards don't quite fill up the whole space here. So, moving on to this next one. It looks like there is only one Camaro, so only one Camaro in the mix. So, please take note. Next one up here, this is the Ford Raptor 2010 SVT F-150 Ford Raptor. Number 6 of 6. This is for Candy Blocks. I'm sure this is relatively cheap candy. All of these have been very cheap candy, you know, comparative to like Mars and stuff like that. Hershey's and all that good stuff like that. Again, number 6 of 6 for this one. So, get them out of the super tight blister there. Does have a yellow window, which is interesting, so that the vents become yellow in the front. It's an interesting look for sure. Candy blocks on the side. They did try to get a little bit of a taillight print on the side pass, which is just kind of ridiculous. It says, build them and eat them. Candy blocks. Kind of like a wall there with some bricks and stuff. It's kind of cool. This one's a little bit toned down, so I can live with this one. This is one of those castings that really has to have front print. It does have Ford embossed in the grille, but this model just does not look good when it does not have print on the front. The back is okay. It doesn't really matter. It does have the integrated tow hitch on there. Then there is your base deets. 2009 Mattel. Been rocking for a little bit. Been making this one for a little bit. Does have that integrated spare tire in the back. Looks pretty good with the utility 6 spokes instead of those cog wheels. So I guess it's a little bit of a change. We typically don't get those. Usually we do get the cog wheels on the Raptor. We'll move these models out here momentarily. All right, one Raptor as well. One Camaro, one Raptor. So number 3 of 6, 2019 Ford Mustang Coupe. This is for Razzles. I don't know if that's like a popsicle, or not popsicle, a lollipop or something like that. I'm assuming. I'm not really sure. This is the first candy, well, actually candy blocks I haven't really heard of, but it's pretty straightforward. But I had not heard of Razzles. So this must be some really cheap candy. This one in just a standard blue, just a regular gloss blue, nothing fancy. I do like the white 5 spokes. That looks pretty cool. That could be a pretty useful wheel for some customizers, especially in white. Razzles on the side, has a little bit of purple in there. White interior, blue window. Not too bad, not too shabby. This one's okay with not having front print. It does have the Mustang logo there in the grille. The back is a different story, though. There is some casting details for the taillights, but you know, the back is one of those that probably really should have tampo print. But, you know, like I said, we're only going to get one pass on each side. So that's just the way it rolls. There is your base deets. 1226, nothing fancy. 2019 Mattel, been rocking for a little bit. So we will put this guy right in the middle. Next one out there, we do get one more Mustang. So there's 2 Mustangs in the mix. 2 Mustangs, 2 Volkswagen Caddies thus far. All right, next one up, 1964 Austin Mini Cooper. This is number 2 of 6 for Charleston Chew. Definitely have heard of Charleston Chew, although that is still a pretty low-key budget type of candy. Number 2 of 6. Nice to get this casting with a new deco. There have been a ton of reissues of this casting over the last few years. So although it's not the greatest deco, I'm happy it's new. I'll take it as being new. There is your base deets. Just has a gray base on there. 2008 Mattel. This casting's been around for a minute. No prints on the front and no prints on the back, but there's a lot of detail in the casting, so I think we can live with that one. Charleston Chew on the side, just some brown striping down the side. Looks kind of cool. There is a light brown interior in there, which pretty much looks exactly the color of a Charleston Chew. So it's pretty cool. This one, again, it's a little bit toned down, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's not super over the top. I mean, this one's probably the most over the top of all of them thus far. Although, if this guy would have had a pink window on it, that would have certainly been the one absolutely over the top. Another piece of cardboard, get that out of the way. You get 2 Mini Coopers. So 2 of those Mini Coopers in the mix. Rolling down here. Oh, there's a nice one. There's one we haven't seen for a little bit. Volkswagen Delivery Van. This is the last one, number 4 of 6. This casting was retooled quite a few years ago, which is unfortunate. Took a lot of the metal out of the casting. There is the card art. Fluffy Stuff. I believe that is cotton candy. Pretty self-explanatory, I believe, but I don't know specifically the brand of Fluffy Stuff. But there is Fluffy Stuff, and no, it's not Kirby. That is some other kind of mascot on there. So all that yellow you see right there is plastic. The base is also plastic. You see 2018 Mattel. That's when this was retooled. This casting itself was new back in '99. The casting was also a little bit bigger than this one, and it was had the body was all metal on that original one. So it's cool because they get the color break in there, but I'd much rather have a metal casting personally. You do get that giant Volkswagen symbol on the front. Again, you do get the two-tone, which is nice. The printing is pretty nice. This is some relatively higher inkjet style printing on this one. No prints on the back, no prints on the front. You see that enormous, ugly post in there right through the window. But the window is standard color, so nothing fancy with that. And then just as we saw on the base, nothing fancy. Volkswagen Delivery Van, MB403, MB405. You can see how much older that casting is compared to the rest. And then the last one here in the mix, you get one more Volkswagen Delivery. So 2 Volkswagen Deliveries, 2 Volkswagen Caddies, 2 Mustangs, and 2 Charleston Chews, which is the Mini Cooper. Only 1 Raptor and 1 Camaro. So get that out of there. There is, number 1, your Volkswagen Caddy, your Charleston Chew Mini Cooper, the Razzles Mustang, the Volkswagen Delivery van for fluffy stuff. Good old fluffy stuff. The Crybaby Camaro, which I just think is hilarious to say. Crybaby Camaro. And then there is your Candy Blocks Raptor. So there you go. That is Candy Mix number 2 for 2024. Is there a mix number 3? I don't know, but we're going to find out later in the year. Otherwise, drop a comment about this one. We're going to roll on. Thanks, as always, Level. I'm saying peace.